In this mini lesson, we're going to look at how to calculate the surface area and the volume for a right cylinder. Basically, if we look at the components that make up the cylinder, we have a circle on the top and that circle on the bottom. And if we could split out, we have a rectangle that we can cut. So if we cut here, we're going to have a rectangle, but the length of my rectangle is going to be the length of the distance of the circumference. So let's look at that as a net. So if I take it apart, here is my circle, the bases, the top and the bottom. And when I pull it out, the circumference, the distance around here, if I was just to roll that circle along this rectangular path, that circumference is going to be the distance of that rectangle. So when we look at the surface area, this 2 pi r squared, this is the bases, right? And there's two of them, so two circles, pi r squared is the area of the circle, and there's two of them. The 2 pi r, that's our length, but remember our length is the circumference of the base, circumference of the base, times the height. So our rectangle, it's still the area of our rectangle, length times height or base times height, but it happens to be that that length is calculated by the circumference of the circle. Right? So that's how we get the formula for the surface area of a cylinder. So it's 2 pi RH plus 2 pi r squared. So there's the formula we're going to use. Again, if I had a lateral area that I was looking for, I would not include the bases. So some of you may have cylinders that you're putting in your golf hole that you're putting the ball through. So you're not going to look at the surface area of the ends. You're just going to be looking at that lateral area of our cylinder. So you can keep that in mind. So let's look at this question, shall we? It says, find the surface area of the right cylinder. And here I have a radius. Okay, and I have the full length of it being 25 centimeters. So remember, surface area, that is 2 pi RH, add 2 pi r squared. My radius is 10, my height is 25. So this is going to give me 500 pi plus 200 pi to give me 700 pi. Again, I'm just doing this without the calculator. Now I'll go to my calculator and I get 2,199 centimeters squared because I'm looking at surface area. And you can calculate this all in one step in your calculators if you wish. Okay, so that's surface area, very straightforward. Volume, it's also very straightforward. It's going to be the area of my base times the height. Right? Which is, when we're looking at a cube or a rectangular prism, that's exactly the same concept. The difference is the area of my base is a circle, so that's where the 2 pi r squared is coming from. So in this particular question, I have the diameter, so I need the radius. So the radius is going to give me 12 centimeters. So when I calculate the volume, so this is 144 times 36, 5,184 pi, and that gives me 16,286 centimeters cubed, because I'm looking for volume. So it's cubic centimeters. So very straightforward when we're calculating the surface area and the volume for a right cylinder.